Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your favorite white colonizer, Tall the Traveling Clack, coming to you live right now. It seems that riots have broken out on the streets of America, and they seem to be spreading across the United States of America. For the last 4 days, violent riots and looting has been taking place on the streets of LA, and it seems to have now spread to the East Coast to Atlanta. I'm fearful that this is going to reach parts of New York, Miami, Texas, wherever else. We don't know. But it's also tying into illegal immigration and the deportation of illegal immigrants. And now the Free Palestine crowd has jumped into it. Let's take a look at this clip. So they're carrying signs that say "fuck ICE." They have Palestinian flags, keffiyehs, Mexican flags, which is weird to see the Mexican and Palestinian community somehow, or the Arab supremacist community and the Mexican community who has suffered under the hands of colonization, emboldened into Arab colonization. I don't really understand how these groups coalesce, and this is me absolutely not labeling all Mexicans. I'm a big fan of Mexican people. I love Mexico. I lived there for a little while. I don't think this has anything to do with Mexico. I think this is just stupid liberal white people in California not having an idea of what the hell they're protesting for. But yeah, so these are some of the protests that have broken out now in the States. We'll take a look at some more stuff that's happening, a little bit more of the violent stuff. So we got Henry here on Twitter. They burn the American flag while waving the Palestinian one. Palestine has become a global symbol of chaos and destruction. Yeah, true. But hold on, let's watch this clip. There's people in Los Angeles celebrating the burning of the American flag and waving a Palestinian flag. Yeah, but they've been doing this for the better part of a year now. The reality is, Palestinian flag, first of all, if you don't know what it stands for, the 4 colors on it, the green, the red, the white, the black, they stand for 4 different Arab caliphates: the Abbasids, the Umayyads, the Rashiduns, and the Fatimids. These are colonizing caliphates of Arabs that conquested, destroyed, and colonized much of the Middle East. And the reason the Middle East looks the way it does today is because these people fuck the Middle East, or the people who represent those 4 colors. Actually, the people who originated that movement have now calmed their shit down and are actually building their countries up, which is great. But the rest of the people who were colonized who adopted those colors, i.e. Sudan, Syria, Egypt, Palestinians, Lebanese, they can't escape the clutches of this terrible fucking movement. So yeah, we're in the shits right now, and a Palestinian flag absolutely stands for colonization. It stands for chaos. It stands for destruction. Let's see more of these riot footage. Let's see what's going on here. So, breaking: rioters in Los Angeles wearing Palestinian keffiyehs chuck bricks at police. This is what globalized the Intifada looked like.
Holy cow, they're throwing bricks at the police. Holy cow, they're throwing bricks at the police.
Now let me ask you a question. Who do you think they got inspired to throw the rocks to by? They're just rocks. Wait, I thought they were just rocks. Why would you have any reason to defend yourself? I thought they were just rocks. They can't hurt anybody. They're just rocks. Right? No, I mean, they're just rocks. What are you guys making a big mess about? If they're just rocks. You're allowed to throw rocks at people, aren't you? I mean, that's what they do to Israelis all the time. They throw rocks at them. They kill them. But it's just rocks. Who cares? They're rocks. Right? A little different when it's happening in America. But we warned you. But we did say for a long time, it's coming. And you said, nah. You said, don't be silly. It's just in the Middle East. We told you it's coming. And now it's here. What are you going to do? It's here now. What are you going to do? And the thing is, it's not going to get better. It might quell for a little bit, but next time this flares up, the rocks are going to come out again. Question for you is, what are you going to do? If Palestine is now your resistance movement, everything that comes with the Intifada that happens in Israel, that means the suicide bombings, that's the rock throwing, that's the Molotov cocktails, which just happened a week ago. Just happened 1 week ago in the streets of America. That's all coming to your neighborhood. We warned you. We said it's going to come. It doesn't stop in Israel. It comes to you. What are you going to do? Think about this stuff as we go through this. It's important for you to remember. In Israel, we defend our borders. In Israel, we defend our people. We have an army that's fighting for us. What are you going to do in America? So this is coming from Eyal Yacobi. Breaking: a Los Angeles rider wearing a Palestinian keffiyeh refers to the United States as the enemy while advocating for the city to burn down. Communists and jihadists have declared war on America. Let's take a look at this clip. I'll mute my audio real quick.
Wherever you're at, we all have a common enemy. It is the same one. Everywhere you go, when you go down the street, there's the enemy. There's the enemy that works for the other enemy, who they all work under. So we all share the same common enemy. Everybody has the same enemy. From LA to Africa to Palestine to Vietnam. We all have the same enemy. That's one enemy. And it is not me. And it is not you. And it is not them. We are not the enemies of each other. They are the enemy. There is only one enemy. And we all have to work together in unison to fight this one enemy.
That's right. Capitalism,
the faster we learn that, the more we can grow as a people, and the quicker we can get to this revolution and overturn this motherfucker and have real people leading this country.
That's right. That's right.
That's what we...
That's right. That's right. You can hear in the background. That's right. That's right. Yeah, it's Zionism and the capitalism. You know, I grew up in America, and when I grew up, we had every Jewish school that I was in, which I was only in 2 Jewish schools as a kid. We ran out of money at some point in my childhood to be able to afford private Jewish school. They always had to have armed security guards. And that has apparently gotten even worse now in America, where you have to have like sometimes SWAT teams outside of Jewish schools. You have to wonder why, when 85 to 95% of the global Jewish population is Zionist, which means most Jews that you encounter are Zionists, and people are saying, down with the Zionists, let's kill the Zionists. You have to wonder why we are so traumatized. Why, I'm not victimizing myself, but why we are so on edge all the time. Why Jewish people are so fucking neurotic. We are extremely neurotic. And I can even say that about myself. I would say mostly Ashkenazis are more neurotic than Mizrahis, but Mizrahis are neurotic as well. It comes from that generational trauma of remembering it's in our DNA. What happened to my parents? What happened to my grandparents? What happened to my grandparents' grandparents? We know it's coming for us again. The problem is many of you guys haven't had to deal with that in many generations. You haven't been chased down. Your ideas, your ethnicity, your heritage, your history hasn't been combated. You can look to the Jews not to get inspiration. Don't even get inspiration from us. If you hate us, if you want us, so just look at the Jews to understand why we react the way we do and how we're able to self-preserve, how we're able to survive. And many times we've had massacres, we haven't been able to recover from the Holocaust, there's terrible things that have happened to us. But our survival tactic is not forgetting what happened to us just a couple years ago. The problem is with you, you don't have that on the ground experience. So you don't need to get inspired by us, but just learn from what we're dealing with. We know that if we become complacent and if we try to assimilate too much and we don't protect ourselves and we're not on edge, we eventually get murdered. That's the way that it works. People will take advantage of our complacency and kill us. And it happens all the time. And so we're always on edge. We're always neurotic. We're always thinking 4 steps forward. We're always looking for the exit. We're always paying attention to people. We're always racially profiling. Yeah, we have to. That's the world we live in as Jewish people. You don't have to be like this. You don't have to get inspired by us, but think like us. It'll help you protect your community. I am very, very saddened to see that it seems like we're heading into another summer of violence on the streets of America. We have Al-Qaeda advocating for the murder of Donald Trump and American citizens and to create terrorist attacks. We reacted to a video less than 2 months ago where ISIS made an AI propaganda video of them taking over the White House, declaring war effectively on the United States of America. Now we have pro-Palestine intifada losers protesting in the streets of America and looting and violently running amok in the United States of America. We are heading into a very scary and dangerous timeline. This is not to scare you, but this is to actionize you. Those of you guys listening, be prepared. Probably be armed is probably the best. Prepare yourself mentally, physically, know what you need to do, know where you need to go. If you're a Jew, consider making Aliyah. I'm not even joking. I'm not one of those people who says every Jew needs to make Aliyah. But if you are a Jew, it does seem like the West is becoming increasingly unsafe for Jewish people. The last thing that I want you to do is be caught up in a situation where you can't defend yourself and nobody is there to defend you. In Israel, we have the IDF, we have our police, and we have our people who are defending each other as the best as they can. That's my message to you all. I send you all love and peace, and I hope that everybody stays safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Please consider subscribing to the channel right now, by the way, because we're trying to hit 500,000 subs, and it goes a very long way to help save the channel, help us get there, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, Clats.
Believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.